Preview.
So like I said, after the 1956 plebiscite, Ghana decided to seek our political independence, and the colonial master agreed to give it to us on 6 March 1957. The Cocoa Amendments Bill, which allowed Kwame Nkrumah to accrue the cocoa earnings after the cocoa price went up on the world market, that 71% was kept in the Bank of England, and the money accrued to 200 million pounds. The money was released to us on 1st July 1960. It was out of that money that Kwame Nkrumah decided to pursue our agenda of economic independence after we had attained political independence. This is what he decided to do. He took education into consideration. So he built 43 brand new secondary schools to promote secondary education. And they were boarding schools to allow for our integration as a people, that Gas, Ashantis, Ewes, people from the north will meet in the secondary school compound and learn of each other whilst having an education. So he decided to give us 43 brand new boarding secondary schools to cause the integration, a deliberate integration of the nation amongst its citizens, amongst the youth. Then he took into industries and industrialization. Whatever we needed as a nation, we had to import. So what did he decide to do? He decided to set up import substitution industries. Yes, in 1961 alone, 60 new factories were opened. A coconut oil factory, a tire and bicycle assembly plant, a milk processing plant, and many more factories were opened in this country by Kwame Nkrumah, so that we'll be on the journey to attain our economic security and our economic independence. He didn't stop there. He invested in agriculture. He decided to even bring the Russians. He brought many more people, took many more people out to learn what agriculture was in other countries, and then to bring the best practices here in Ghana so that we implemented it. He set up the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research to go into research to find out what we possessed as a nation when it came to our environment and what we could do to transform our environment. He did many more things. He decided to connect the regional capitals. So his first road, his first concrete road that he built lives until today. The road was to leave Accra through Tema, through Ho, all the way through the Eastern Corridor to Boliga, but it was cut short because he was overthrown. Why was he overthrown? Why did he become the target of other nations? Why did people plan to take him out? Is it because he was seeking our economic independence as a people? Is it because of the freedom that he wanted to bring to us? That is why he was overthrown. And I will say yes, because why? It was an eye-opener. The independence of 6 March 1957 that came to Ghana was an eye-opener for the African continent. It led to the liberation of many other countries within the African enclave. Many more people took off the example of Kwame Nkrumah and decided to lead the struggles in their countries. Remember, Kwame Nkrumah had organized a conference in London in 1944, and he came into contact with Jomo Kenyatta. He later went on to become president in Kenya. Then presidents, the Malawian presidents, the first Malawian president also was at that conference. Many more African presidents later on from that 1944 went on to become presidents in their own country because they learned of the Nkrumah example. Look, this country, look at the resource extent that we have, our resource wealth as a country. Go to the Western region, for example, and see, now we have discovered oil. We knew of the oil way back. If we didn't know, we wouldn't have set up the Geological Survey Institute. We wouldn't have built an oil refinery way back in 1961. What was it for? We saw tar balls appear in salt pond and they'll roll up at the beach into balls. What was it? It was a signal that there was oil somewhere in the Western region. Later on, years on, we have found it. What has the oil come of use for the people in Ghana and for the people in the Western region? How much do we get from the oil find? Have we nationalized it for nation use, or have we given it out cheaply like we have done to our other resources? our gold. What has come of it? At independence, Kwame Nkrumah decided to nationalize the mines. When Achampon took over, he decided to nationalize the mines. What has happened to our gold? Today, how are we benefiting for our gold for our people to use? If it was not for the coming of the gold board in recent times, what would be the people's benefits that they get from gold? I ask. Then I call again, rubber, go to the western region. We established the Ghana Rubber Estates Limited. What has come of it? What has come of our rubber plantations? The Trifu oil palm plantation, the Bensu oil palm plantations. What has come of them? We decided to use oil palm because we had researchers who came all the way from Malaysia to learn of our oil palm and take the example to their country to make Malaysia what it is today. Today, what has come of our oil palm? I ask. It is not only the western region. It has resources. Go to Insuta, you find manganese, the same western region. Go to Awasu, you find bauxite, the same western region. Cocoa, go and see the extent of cocoa that the western region has. Today, it lacks development in all its forms. That is where Power Grant, who initiated our political process, comes from. That is where Kwame Nkrumah, the man who sought to take us to political and economic independence, comes from. What have we done of the western region? I ask. That is my question. Ladies and gentlemen who are watching me, like I told you, follow me on YouTube at Alistair Nelson TV, TikTok, Alistair Nelson, Facebook, Alistair Nelson.
Preview.